Please hit the subscribe button for more content.
Hi everyone, back again, Doncaster at 2 p.m. First race of the day, just about to get involved here. Favourite, so I can get this in now. And I'm going to put my offset in. And we're going to go Dutching again on here, and make sure we get matched on these. So we've got the Brindley lay and back set, 13 runners. Seven furlongs are just about to go, so let's get some lay set in play as well. Hopefully a nice start to the day. It's been a bit of a rush, so I'll explain a bit more what I'm doing probably after this race. So we've got the pre-race download file open. I've downloaded the data dashboard results and fixtures for today. So essentially, this is the position we've got, the risk 1894, but we have a back set in there, and we have all of these covered down here. Ripley. Brindley there, favourite, having a bit of a mare. Always drifted slightly. So Blazing Sun, expecting to have the pace here. So see how he goes. One more is the RBD rank 1. Only horse with a rating over 100, way above the predicted odds. Just going to keep an eye on that one. I'm just seeing what's happening with Brindley here. He's gone in. Right, happy with our position. Let's see how we go. Decent start by Camp Palatine towards the right, the dark blue with a pale blue spots on the noseband. One more no more prominence in red and black, and towards the near side, the yellow and black diamonds of Blazing Sun. Which Blazing Sun that we said would be the pace. Well, more and more is the rank 1 horse, and it's the reason why we're shown as a negative is it's dropped considerably. Still halfway. Blazing Sun, like I said, the pace. But buddy, keep this up. I suggest no. Sanazidro is next in the field. Triggerman on the extreme left, then follow your heart. Back inside the final furlong and a half they come. Blazing Sun tackled by Royal Musketeer. Then going one more, no more to the far side. Showtime, the Homes, the cavalry are coming from the back. Napa CC and Brindley are both breaking up with Triggerman, but it's Royal Musketeer who's in the front, trying to go over the top. Triggerman and Napa BC towards the near side. Napa BC, the near side starting to get up, and Napa BC will go on. It's not a good start again today, is it? So a £5 loss there, because we didn't get any of our in-plays matched. 1.46. Didn't anticipate that horse. That wasn't one that was on the radar. Would have been okay if we could have got a match, and that would have scratched us out. That's why I do those bets, but we start in a deficit again, which means we're on the back foot from the first race. But these things happen. We'll look to study the data here for the Sandown 210. I'll be back before the off. So Cunny's Rose is the pace horse, along with Bailey's Polka Dot, who is the outsider. Connie's Rose also the RBD rank 1 horse in this race. We've got 3 horses joint second favourite here, and Connie's Rose is the slight outsider. Just going to keep an eye on that. Let's bring up the pictures. I like to try and get these on just around post time, or if there's a delay,
just before they've loaded the stalls.
Another one with not winning course form, but good place course form over this slightly different 5 furlongs. You definitely give her a chance. Yeah, she's one that
I do like Connie's Rose here, because their pace plus highest rating doesn't mean a win, but there's a couple of others that I'm toying with. Just want to see who goes off as favourite.
Starting to give Spring Blue much more of a chance. Win last year at Newmarket was much higher than this. Effective at the track, albeit no winning form. You can definitely make this. Yeah, Spring Blue caught the eye at Newmarket last time when the race sort of got away and he started to run off quite eye-catchingly in the final.
Evening out a bit.
Half a furlong. He's going to have to hold a better position mid-race, especially here at Sundown. But Winter King's put on board and he'll be aware that he's going to have to stop it early. Another one that has obviously slipped right down, lowest mark ever, Alligator Alley with a cheeky set of the visor, but no market support for him at all. No, touched as big as 9s as we saw on the betting show into around 17-2 now. Geneva, I thought in Nottingham last time that very much showed exactly what he's all about. Sometimes he doesn't quite work out if he doesn't get the pace. With that, it's up to our commentator for this afternoon, Alan House. Good afternoon, everybody. Set to go. And they're off. Racing in the stride for the Do Not Miss Live Music Nights handicap over the 5 furlongs. Lil come towards the inside of red and yellow. It's pretty well away. Spring Bloom is well positioned early in the yellow and grey silks, and with her to the outside is Connie's Rose in the black and yellow. These are then followed by the 30 Babies Pocket Off with Glamorous Breeze. Lil come is now back in 5th position. Geneva is behind that one, and then came Phoenix Star, and at the rear of the field is Alligator Alley. Through the halfway, Spring Bloom, he's got a narrow lead from Connie's Rose to the outside. Risk for more to the inside is Babies Polka Dot. Then Glamorous Breeze, who travels well just in behind the tempo in the white and red. Then Lil Cup, who's trying to poke her way through.
Connie's Rose
Now down towards the final
not putting in the battle that I expected.
Glamorous Breeze is trying to get through. Here comes Geneva looking to go over the
Geneva could do with matching here. There you go. Favourite wins. Just about recovered my loss. So what we're looking for in these scenarios is ideally 2 of those matching at their lay to boost your pot. Sometimes they go for you, sometimes they don't. We've got a 13 horse race coming up next, so I will be back, and it's a longer one. It's a 2 mile 4 over the jump, so I'll check this one out and set the recording when ready to go. Got 3 close favourites here. What are we looking at? Just want to break even more or less here. Favourite can win this, Calvic, quite comfortably, but I'm going to try and get a higher match.
flags up, starters ready for him. And they walk forward then towards the tape. They're going around the open ditch in the back straight to come onto the chase course. They're off. They race away then with 13 to jump here. They'll take one in the back straight this first circuit. And as they run down towards that, Duke of Luckley, the yellow sleeves, yellow cap, comes to join Calvic. And then it could be a weapon at the back. Stumps or slips in white and yellow. Lands a little bit awkwardly. Does she fit the bill? And walking on eggshells are towards the rear also as they come to the exit of the back straight. Behind the leading duo, Calvic against the running rail, just preceded by a mix of Clover. Straight to your bow is wide.
It's a risky one, this, because we've only covered a few of these horses, and we've got potential risks here. And Duke of Luckley as well. So with Calvic, what have we got on here? 9.6.
And this means that walking on eggshells in beige colours is the back marker of these 13 as they level up then into the home straight where they have 4 fences to take. Duke of Luckley, James Best was keen to get him through to lead early on and touchdown over that one with about a 2-length advantage already, trying to make it 3. Could be a weapon in 2 shades of blue with white spots, takes that in second place. Then the brown sleeves on grey, mix of Clover. Calvic's off to the right in yellow and dark blue. To the left of those light blue with white sleeves is Straight to Your Bow. Pink grey jacket of Coconut Twist follows another length and a half further back, and then
Stumps or Slips is the one that is ranked 1. So I'm opposing Calvic really here. Duke of Luckley is the pace. So I'm expecting this one, and looking at the trading pattern of this one, or the in-play lows highs, I expected it to start well. But hopefully this is just the pace being set, and we're going to get one of these catch up. It's a 2-mile force, so patience is the key here. And I don't like, although I've done it in a couple, I don't like trading out because the prices move so quickly. So what's being offered here, 46p, 42p loss. By the time you click it, you don't always get it. You sometimes get better, but I prefer to get them, the trades all set in like I have here. Quite high risk, 13 runners, but I'm essentially discounting these bottom 4 or 5.
Stumps or slips and walking on eggshells. This is the open ditch. Jumping over that, the lead a narrow one for Duke of Luckley. With could be a weapon regaining second place to Straight to Your Bow, and Calvic a length off though, showing in 4th place. Fall of there was 12. Does she fit the bill? Is out of the race at the open ditch as the others take the last in the back.
And with jumps, obviously anything can happen. Fallers can benefit or can hamper you.
Duke of Luckley could be a weapon, and then a definite getaway and Straight to Your Bow and Calvic, and behind those is Coconut Twist with Brook Bay. Widest for making progress. Stumps or Slips behind this to Holiday Ridge is still preceded by mix of Clover as they run round this turn. And
Duke of Luckley is the risk here.
Of Zuckerberg, and Holiday Ridge is beginning to lose touch with the main group of runners. So the home turn, Duke of Luckley leading. The blue
Massive risk.
could be a weapon. The red jacket a definite getaway. The beige walking on
Coconut Twist, come on.
Lost early on, but is making significant headway. Coconut Twist and Calvic are still there from Straight to Your Bow and Brook Bay. They take the 4th last. The 3rd last coming up now. Duke of Luckley could be a weapon. Then Straight to Your Bow, one from the left, white sleeves. Coconut Twist is behind this. A definite getaway on the right in the red.
just dipping below evens and getting a match there. So we've got these three now. They're all in with a contention. Just didn't get a match there, did we? There we go. Oh. He got it. Yeah. So even if Duke of Luckily had caught him, we would have, with the risk of 235 there. Hence why you put the cover trades in. So I'm not calculating these exactly. I'm just doing it finger in the air job a little bit. So some of them I'll have a small loss, some break even, some a slight profit. But I'm just doing this recording, just demonstrating how I'm reading data, looking at patterns, using exports and a couple of different trading techniques along the way, and just seeing how I go. Again, as I've said in other videos, the amounts I'm putting down is totally irrelevant. What's a pound to me is a penny to somebody else, and is £100 to somebody else. So you can do this with as small or large stakes. We will say do this, but you can trade with as small or large stakes as you like. The actual figures are irrelevant. It's how your bank looks in comparison to your starting bank. And obviously we started 2 days ago with 100. It could have been 10, could have been 1,000, could have been 10,000. It's just the percentage of your bank you're risking is the key factor there, not the actual value itself. Anyway, Doncaster, the second of the day, a novice stakes. So we'll be back just before the off. I'm only about for another hour or so today. Might be back for some evening racing, but daytime, yeah, I've got probably another hour. See how we go. Okay, we've got a novice stakes here, so there's not a lot of form at all. I know we're not really using form in its truest sense, but we are using data for these horses and types of race in the past. My eyes drawn to, I'm discounting these outsiders here. I'm also going to probably discount these favourites. I quite like the look of Lightning Man. Let's just bring up the picture. They could be a way off here. I don't know, is that a good sign? Could be a delayed start. There's not even any comms yet. Let's have a look at the jockeys there. That's God of War, the favourite as well. Oh, he's okay. So I'm going to get these on now. I probably shouldn't have done that high, but I left it on from last time. So we've got 10 at risk. I'm going to reset that. But I'm also going to risk here. And we're going to get a lay on here. Ooh. And we'll get a back in play here. I'm just trying to balance out here and obviously take into account other lays I've got in place or will have. Yeah, 1 minute away. Not going to make that. Ooh. Do you know what? I'm not even that keen on this second favourite here, Ride the Thunder. Ride the Thunder 12. This Let's get some lays in here. Because I've gone quite high, I can put a bit more. Let's go there, 64 at 10. So Ride the Thunder's the one that we don't want doing well here. I think with the favourite we should get a match in running. Famous last words. And I'm not too concerned about these two outsiders for obvious reasons. Let me just put a small, let's get onto here. So we've got a bit of a cover anyway for £1.20. So they're past post time, they're not. What we've got coming up with Sandown, another maiden. This one's going to go off late. It's just how late they're off. Should be 2-3 minutes. I'll pause the video whilst loading. So we're going to be delayed even further. There's a saddle adjustment on the favourite God of War. The reason I've gone a bit shit or bust here because I didn't reset my Dutch profit, so I staked more initially than I intended, and then I had to commit with the lays on the favourite and the second favourite. So a little bit more at risk than I would normally be comfortable with or like to do with this size bank. We can bail, obviously, at any point. Like I said, there is a risk. Certainly, you can do it before. You can get matched. The odds aren't moving as in the volatile way that they do in play. I definitely wouldn't have intended to put this much down on the novice stakes. It's my fault. Didn't adjust. But let's go with it. Favourite can win this, obviously, but hopefully there's some. Let me just make that a bit smaller, a bit more combative, and if you can hit this is the key, hitting that in running. £24 back if we do, and if you can battle with one of these and trigger a lay as well, then there is fairly high reward. The risk is Ride of Thunder, but I'm not overly keen on that horse. What did I lay at? 4. So I've got a back on at 12. So a bit of cover there. So we could do with a bit of a ding dong, really. And you can see these outsiders. We've got scratch or thereabouts. Obviously, as we start, there's a bit more that can happen during the race. These bets get taken, but they're only £1, so £123 there. We're going to be encroaching on Sandown here. I might just bring that market up on my Excel just so I can have a look. Well, 5 minutes late. Well, I'm going to pause it again, guys. I'll bring it back when they're about to start. All right, so they're going in. Odds have moved in our favour. Not that we're bothered that much by what's happening there. Just gives us a little head start. If we can, certainly Ride of Thunder's the one that's drifting. So it's our lay on that. It's moving the price. You can see there in that box, 102 in the green box. And also Pat's Turf is coming in. That's where the profits are being made, the overall. Though it's going to bounce around a bit. I wouldn't have got my bets in that early if I'd known there was going to be a 8-minute delay. But we'll go with it. Almadar looks good. Lightning Man, I think those are the two. Favourite looks good actually. I'm hoping Ride of Thunder balloons it, and God of War, as long as it touches my running bet, I'm happy. Away well in the striped jacket, the green and white, breaking towards the right-hand side. Lightning Man tucked in behind the paces. Pabst Turf in company with Winston's Folly, and towards the near side, the red, white, and Ride the Thunder. The blue and white of Almadar just behind them, and then the silver. Ride of Thunder's already hit my, so it's God of War's the risk now. Legend, and the overall back marker is Toby's Time, and that one will be about 8 off the pace for Connor Beasley as they travel through the first 2.5 furlongs. He's on the outside. Back towards the final 4 furlongs they kept, then Stenmark over to the far side. So we were up around £3. We could have cashed out earlier. God of War's the risk now, certainly. Got nothing really here challenging yet. On the right hand side, shoved along now, Lightning Man. On the left hand side, Vocal Legend trying to pick up, and at the back is Toby's Time, but it's still Stenmark as they come back towards the final 2 furlongs. Stenmark by a couple of lengths. In second place, God of War asked to pick up. Behind that one, Almadar trying to run on. Ride the Thunder is next in the field. Still Stenmark, though. God of War coming strong. Smash this. They go inside the furlong. God of War lays down. Cut this one right up, guys. And suddenly hits the front. God of War in front, just running a little bit green, leads up by a length. In second, trying to respond is Stenmark up towards the line. Bad, really bad. Yeah, didn't get near matching. That's the risk. That was the risk on that. I didn't fancy Ride of Thunder. Yeah, bit of good work undone there, massively. So massively overstaked, and then massively cocked up with the matched in running. I'm just gonna have a look on the other screen, see what we hit in running. So that's how you can undo all your good work. One lazy trade. So yeah, he didn't even get above 3.5. So comfortable favourite. Speaking of which, we've got another comfortable favourite here. Don't think I can oppose ruling court, and the 2-to-1 on 1.5. It's probably not going to be anything like a trade here. There's not a lot of experience in this maiden stakes. No winners. There's nothing really. Pantil Warrior, maybe, but I can't see beyond the favourite winning this. So I'm going to move on to the 250 and pick the video back up before the off. If there's anything I like. $250 Worcester. We've got 3 joint favourites. Do No Wrong, RBD highest rating. Jigginston King is the pace horse here. I'm looking at Wick Green as an outsider here, but I'm wondering what I can do. I'll just put a small bet on this. Does somebody hear me? It's come right in. Jeez. What's happened there? It's 50. Getting the bell. Where's match? On. let's put this a little bit higher just in case it gets down there. And okay. And do no wrong. Getaway Glory. I think I'm going to do nothing else at the minute. I might tamper in play, but so optimistic, spaced out, fairly low risk, £4. If we get one of these to match in running, it's hard to split here. You've got 3 joint favourites as well. I expect Jiggersdown King to start well. Let's keep an eye on probably the pace. There you go, called it. So you could have done a back to lay on that one, instantly matched. Do no wrong. Let's see.
They moved down to the open ditch for the first time. Jiggersdown King, Musical Slave, and Walking the Walk, who's in orange colours than the leaders, and pulled up is number 3, Morning Spirit. Mistaken the first, jumped the second, but pulled up before the third. This is number 4, Getaway Glory, Almazar Guardian behind the leading trio. Down is Jiggersdown King.
Ooh, well, he had the pace, but he didn't have the jumping.
At fence number 4, Yellow Colours of Oliver's Travels is the last one going at the moment, and my gift to you in white and green is with us at the rear of the field. So they exit the back straight for the first time, and Musical Slave leads by a couple of lengths. Walking the Walk is in second. Getaway Glory, green and
I think that's me. I'm going to just sit and watch the rest of this. And if one of these Getaway Glory, Wit Green can trade down towards the end, then happy days. Wit Green's not looking too promising here at the minute. Still in it. See, we could cash out for a 90p profit. That's Getaway Glory, who's running well. Odds have dropped. So it's a little bit easier to take your profit in running on a distance race like this, because the odds, until the sort of last 2 furlongs are quite stable. So Getaway Glory, we had a 2.26, touches that, happy days. Not going to get down that low until the last 2-3 furlongs if he's still around. That loose horse could play havoc. Getaway Glory's drifting back, so he's not in it. Yeah, Getaway Glory's run his race. Look at Musical Slave though, still got that. And he's ahead of the loose horse. Yeah, I think this is a done deal here. One of the favourites, top 2. Market was right. So Cape Vidal's, it's the 2 favourites and the loose horse. Yeah, got it. Market was correct there. Optimistic what we did, but didn't pay off. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Fairly low risk. So Doncaster next, probably a delay from a knock-on, but 8 minutes to the post. I'll keep an eye on the camera and I won't turn the video on too soon if there's a rollover delay. Back soon. Okay, looks like they're back on track here, Donny. So we've got the Daring Legends rank 1, King's Merchant, Nazlan. There's not much pace in this race, but probably coming from one of these 2. Quite like the look of Daring Legend. Said it's rank 1. Tourist not so keen on. It might be a no play for me on this one. Can't really see past Daring Legend, so I've had my fingers burnt with the backing in play today. My out. Sorry for background noise. Fucking some holidays. Looking like Tourist is going to pull level with Staring Legend here. Might skip this.
My Al is next. In 2, stall number 4.
Staring Legend for me.
Daring Legend about to come in.
Watching load up.
That'll just leave one, just waiting for Tourist. Tourist going straight in. That's it. All in. Set a race. They're off. Racing over 6 furlongs for the Sky Bet Go Racing in Yorkshire Summer Festival Handicap Stakes. Daring Legend began well in the black and orange. The noseband also away well. My Al just taking a bit of a tug in the dark blue and white between horses. Near side Exminister is prominent with the white disc and orange cab. Tourist tucks in centre pack in the dark blue and yellow, followed by King's Merchant, who's towards the back of the field with Showhound. And Nazalan's another one towards the back of the pack, but there'll only be 4 or 5 lengths separating them as they travel down towards the final 3.5. Daring Legend to the far side towards the near side Exminister. Between those horses, My Hour as they pass halfway. Tucked in behind them, Showhand on the right hand side. Behind the pace is King's Merchant. On the left is Tourist. And squeezed along at the back is Nazalan. Back towards the final couple of furlongs they come. Exminister having a set 2 with Daring Legend. Towards the near side, Tourist is travelling into contention well. King's Merchant over on the far side also trying to get involved. Then My Al inside the final furlong and a half and approaching the final furlong. Daring Legend in front but only by a neck. Tourist trying to power over the top towards the near side. King's Merchant kept going on the far side.
Look at that.
Between horses. Tourist to the near side. King's Merchant on the far side. They race up towards the line. It's tight. King's Merchant maybe just a Tourist.
Jesus. Didn't get enough on the back. Wow. Not my day today, is it? Look at that. Oh, I don't know. Has he got it? Probably has. Scheisse. Okay. I've changed the audio settings to try and reduce background noise, so apologies if there's a change in mic levels. I'm sure there'll be one particular bright spark coming along complaining about this sound and picture quality while offering absolutely nothing else to the world whatsoever, apart from criticising others that are trying to show and detail what they're doing. But hey ho, Flaming Stone looks pretty strong here. Also like the look of Love Talk. Let's see where they are. 7 furlong listed, so there's not a great change in the order means you won't be picking up the comms. Let me just change it. Have that back now.
With the setting up a trip, looks like it will help her. And we've also got Jewel of London, who's been placed in the Cheshire. So, you know, we've got others in here that have got form to a little bit deeper.
Alistair winning over the Marne last time. We just saw that kept win. She got better as the race went on. Just dropping back a furlong and going up in class, is that a concern for you or not necessarily?
I don't think so at this track. If it was a sharp 7, I'd be probably more concerned. But obviously, a stiff track like Sandown shouldn't be too much of a hindrance. And also, I think she's learned so much with each start and taken such a big step forward each time. So she's probably
Del
still
Rey,
learning anyway.
well.
You know,
Been a few withdrawals for this, I think. And how many do we have? No, there's only one. One's pulled out this morning.
Time and as the sort of season and years go on, so I do think she can improve further. She sets a fairly
I'm
nice
just going to hold out. We've got another minute and a half to the off.
7 of those that have got an official mark already.
We've basically blown into yesterday's profits.
She's pretty green at Fox Aspen, getting beaten on that second start, and I think she's going to be all that much sharper again today.
Couple we didn't touch on before, Del Rey. She Murphy, Archie Watson, Qatar Racing Limited. 1 run, 1 win.
Yeah, that was at Linfield. It was a snug victory in the end, I think. She just a bit immature. She sort of took a little bit of a look at the path across the track and got a little bit unbalanced, but she still managed to win. And the runner-up has gone on to win since, so there is a bit of form boost. She's going to be sharper this time. She's going to know her job that bit better. Look, I think the the team wouldn't be stepping up to this grade if they didn't have, you know, good bit of belief in her. And if she can be that much sharper, then she could be one that takes a big step forward from her debut. I think the other would be the Terminus for me. I think those are the two that could really improve. The Terminus flew home from the rear at Kempton on debut. I think that she can jump and travel that bit better, hold a better position in the race, and she could be dangerous. The yard know the family pretty well, and they're talented.
And every drop of rain that falls is a positive for Santa Savannah, who I think found the ground a little bit quick last time in the Empress listed level at Newmarket. I thought step up to 7 was going to be no bad thing as well. Where are you landing?
The Terminus was my paddock pick, but I think the more we've talked about it, the more you've sort of persuaded me that Love Talk with that group form over in France, it looks pretty strong. Could just be the one to be here.
Great news. She's been a massive drifter in the market as well.
Oh.
So you join my team, and that's what you get. She'll be heading in very shortly to stall 6. First try at 7.
A little bit of delay here.
Ground with a little bit, not too much juice in it. Ground officially still given as good. Up to Alan House for the Star Stakes. And they're off, racing away. 7 furlongs in front of them for the European Bloodstock News, the EBF Star Stakes at listed level. From the wide draw, Jewel of London tries to get over early on, together with Del Rey. Prominent with the noseband is Flaming Stone.
Right, let's turn the ship around, shall we?
Red Sleeves and Cat for Santa Savannah, who is also in that leading line. They're followed into that far bend by the Terminus and Celestial Orbit. Love Talk a little wider from her. Then Dollyana, who is currently second to last. The back market is Anshoda under Thomas Greytrex. Making their way up towards halfway. Jewel of London taking a fair old grip of the jockey. Leading perhaps narrowly from Alistella just before the turn towards home.
Do that again.
They start to straighten is Santa
My arse
Savannah,
banked today.
Flaming Stone, the pink cap. The Terminus
Get
is on her
Alistella turned
inside.
over. Come on.
Next is Celestial Orbit, then Anshoda. Followed out wider by Del Rey, the Maroon Silks. Love Talk now being pushed along. Then the white and blue of Dollyana, who's trying to move up. They're racing now down towards the final quarter of a mile. And it's Alistella who now has the lead of a length and a half.
Go on,
The Terminus
Celestial.
giving chase to the inside in blue and white. And Flaming Stone, who's ridden for more. Here comes Celestial Orbit thundering down the outside now to challenge. And it's Celestial Orbit who's quickly now got to the front from Alistella. And Shona's running a mighty race in behind. Then Flaming Stone and the Terminus. But as they climb the hill, it's
On that, which is nice, but we still haven't had the race where we've had 2 lays matched, and that's where you're looking at jackpot territory. But it's reversal fortunes, and we'll move on to the 3:25 at Worcester. 7 minutes to the off. I'll have a look at that one. This 2 mile at Worcester. National Hunt Flat, there's not a lot of form in this at all. Getaway Vic is rated 1, also the pace horse, but in a 12 runner field approaching even 6 to 4, I'm not going to get involved, so I'll skip that and we'll have a look at Doncaster. I'll probably be able to play those 3 there if the opportunity offers. And then hopefully be able to jump back on for some this evening. Okay, back with the 340 at Donny. Again, there's not a lot of race history. A couple of horses on debut, Tambourine and Perrine. Most experience is Miss Cynthia, who is RBD rank 1. But for me, that price isn't big enough to get involved or find an angle to get involved. Just seeing if there's anything else that can offer an opportunity here, maybe as a lay. Quite like La Cadola as well as an option, as a potential back to challenge Miss Cynthia. That'd be my only other offering, but I don't think I can make this work. Let's just put the pictures up. Sometimes just moving on is the best thing you can do, not betting for the sake of it. Let's see. No. That's the problem with these novice races. It's hard to call. It looks like they're behind schedule again here. Something's going on with the rails. Not too sure what's happening. There's no sound at the minute. They have started.
Kareem has gone forward to stall number 6, waiting for 5 more.
Yeah, it's a pass for me. I'm not going to get involved in that one. Okay, we're just looking at the 350 at Sandown. Just going to top that up.
For sure, and his family, they've got loads of stamina. So that's not a concern for me. You know, he's a fine, big, strong hulk. Stamina, I don't think is going to be the excuse here for him. You know, he won well at Haydock. Further he went, the better. He was strong to the line. I suppose the one for me that is most interesting is top of the weight, Kalidasa, who is taking quite a big step up in trip. And I just think, you know, it's only his third start, and he didn't handle the track at Newmarket. For me, I just don't think he came down the dip that well. He hit the rising ground, and he did start to run on again. And I just think that if he can get into a better rhythm, rising ground the whole way up the straight here at Sandown, that can really suit him.
You never know, the winner of this race
Bit risky, but let's see.
Obviously, probably of a much higher standard, but this is something of an audition for those types of races, and it's a good opportunity.
Nice to get 2 of these matched in play. That's what we want, a head-to-head here. So Cock and Bull, RBD rank 1, paces with Spaceport. They've all had a few races, none of them more than 10, so it is a bit of a punt.
Yeah, looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a proper stamina test and small field, but probably one of the best races of the day.
Yeah, I thought so. This was the most intriguing for sure. Let's see how it plays out. Kalidasa will be the last. Let's join Alan.
1 mile 6, so an in-betweener.
I'll start moving in now. Kalidasa into stall number 6 to complete the lineup.
So we've got those unmatched bets.
And they're off. Runners racing away a little bit slow to get on the stripe as Cock and Bull. It's a mile and 3/4 ahead of the George Linden Travers Memorial Handicap
Spaceport, the pace, as we anticipated. It's whether he's got the staying power. Not at the best of days so far, so it'd be nice to get one of these, or both of these, turned over, and a battle between the 3 of the outsiders. Like I said, we've got the RBD rank 1, and we've got the pace in our favour, supposedly. But it's a very evenly matched race. I probably won't do anything with the mouse here, just watch, and I hope that the traps that we've put in play get triggered.
far side then as they make their way towards the final mile of this contest. It's Spaceport by length over Arabian Tribe in second. Incensed is held together back in third. 2 lengths away then, the white cap Kalidasa. Still a further neck away to My Dream World and Jack Gilligan. And Cock and Ball remains at the rear of the field. On through halfway down the back. Spaceport, he continues to show with the speed down the far side. Leading by a length or so. Arabian Tribe in second. With Incensed back in third. Behind Incensed is Kalidasa. Top weights on a handicap debut today. My Dream World is behind Kalidasa, and the black and yellow Cock and Ball remains in the final position. About to start the second turn. Out of the far side now, with Spaceport the one to get by. From Arabian Tribe and Incensed, they're racing in second and third. It's now only a length and a half away to Kalidasa, who is the closing fourth. My Dream World now joined toward the outer by Cock and Ball as they make their way towards the top of the home straight inside the final half a mile. It is Spaceport.
So nothing triggered yet, but we've had a bit of movement in our favour. Cock and Ball.
Then the white cap Kalidasa is now trying to make his move. Cock and Ball moves off to the right hand side as we look down the track of the black and yellow. My Dream World toward the left hand side. It's now been ridden along.
My Dream World is the risk.
Quarter of a mile. It's still Spaceport. Looking to grimly hang on. Hit to the outside is Cock and Ball. My Dream World is trying to get her up and challenge over towards the far side. Kalidasa's now beaten, so to Arabian Tribe.
There we go, we've got the two battling with each other.
My Dream World wandering about a minute behind. Very game in front. Spaceport just kept on fighting on the run toward the line. And it's Spaceport under Lewis Edmonds to score.
So we were agreeing whatever happened there, but it would have been nice to have another match, which would have boosted the pot by another 5 on whoever won. But yeah, that was pretty much how we saw that going. Could have done with a closer finish, really, but can't complain. Right, 4 o'clock Worcester might just have time. If not, I'll be back, hopefully for some evening racing. I'm not going to have time to trade anything here at the 4, but just to say we pretty much built ourselves back up to where we started. So that one race really that overstate and yeah, favourite ran a blinder, to be fair. That's what's done us in there. So you learn from these. I'll watch these videos back, see where I potentially didn't stake correctly, or potentially laid a horse that I shouldn't have. But hopefully back for some evening racing. Certainly for a wrap up. Okay, back for the 7:30 at Yarmouth, 5 handicap. Pace, Equity Law, looks to be the pace angle here. Highest rated is Miss Attitude. Second favourite. A minute. Just looking to see what's happening here. 2 minutes to the off. Still a bit of time.
Reluctant tonight, and she's drifting a bit in the betting now, 7-2. Tropical Island, so she's a little bit tricky. 5-1 Miss Attitude, it's 8-1 Existent, Moulin Bouge, 17-2 Acclamic. At the start, Tropical Island a bit reluctant to go behind with the others at the moment. We'll keep a watch on that.
Yeah, just going to see if Miss Attitude becomes favourite here. I'll probably look to get a lay-in on Tropical Island. Yeah. Look like they might switch over. Let's have a look.
Express here. Clive Cox
Got Matisse as well.
in the market.
Pretty little.
So loading up now, in goes Sylvester de Souza in the purple cap on Miss Attitude number 4, and she goes. Rackham Express 13 to 2, 9 to 1. So quite a move for Rackham Express here. Tropical Island drifting all the time. Too long here. Got about 6 to go in here. Only spoofing for Ireland.
So 5 furlongs, so it's going to be a pretty mad dash here. Go on Equity Law.
In goes Burning Cash. Moulin Bouge. Last one. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, one or two of these a bit restless, including Burning Cash now. Last one is in. Burning Cash calms down. Hopefully we're set. 5 furlongs. We're ready to go. And they're off. A bit slow to go was Burning Cash with a follow-out tote racing on X. Racing lead round 5. Breaking well was Thunder Moore in the green for Ireland. Leads early on to Equity Law with a noseband in the purple towards the stand side. Racing behind is Moulin Bouge, who's handy in the yellow with a brown cap. Near side only spoofing the light green cap. Then the white of Matisse is racing ahead of Miss Attitude in the purple towards the near side. The grey cap stand side, that's Burning Cash. Towards the far side, being held up at the moment is Tropical Island. The black colours are buried away towards the far side. Active Express in the red. Written along is Stone Circle, the pink cap, and then comes Existent as they head already well past halfway. Thunder Moore far side for Ireland. Moving well is Moulin Bouge. Callum Shepherd is yet to move on this one as they head now with a furlong and a half to
Green,
go.
whatever happens here.
A shake of the reins and on he goes. Callum Shepherd in great form tonight, leads by a length to in second place. Thunder Moore in behind is Existent.
Moore's going to trigger his, so there you go.
Job? He's been front by a length. Coming back on the far side is Thunder Moore to worry him
So we had
out of
2
it.
days
Thunder
match.
Moore for Ireland. Moulin Bouge threw it away. Miss Attitude was in third and fourth was Existent for the East.
Puts us back in profit for the day. Guys, made hard work these last 2 days, haven't we? We've got the Wexford race coming straight up. Look. No time to think here. Literally just back in. Who we got? Spyful. Okay. Not a lot of pace in this race.
Bingo, a big price for each occasion as well. But clearly, someone believes this is going to be the day for Ballerina Boxer. And in a race like this, where, as I say, there's question marks about just about everything, you can see why people might just be thinking outside the box, no pun intended. But on the others, you've got the likes of Hollow Spark, number 12. That killed David in fourth last time, took a bit of a beating in Division 1 of this race. And he's usually avoided easing the ground in the past. So wherever you turn to, there's horses here who are, there's a nagging doubt about the ground. Best hasn't seen any Stockton Pilot in an upper note. He's now very strong on the top end.
Yeah, up and out looks good here.
This looks like a mind-boggling one here. We'll
Tricky.
get over to Johnny.
I might go in play on this.
I think we'll go ahead
straight to commentary, I should say, ahead of Division 2 of this handicap hurdle. Looks like they're all lined up as we will go up to a reward.
Might go and play. Let's just have a look, see what happens here at the off. The Vegas Raider.
Flags now raised.
Must
Coming
be
forward for the penultimate time this evening. And we're underway with
Must be
Division
a
2 of
non-runner.
the Wexford Heritage Trails handicap hurdle. It's again over an extended 2 miles, and unsurprisingly, I've done it all. Takes up her customary front-running role as they go out over the first flight. Leader safely
Might
over
go on
the mean was flying
Spyfall
slow
here.
in mid-division with the noseband and yellow sleeves. The back marker is Grisabella as they race left-handed into the back straight. 2 and 3, the flights of hurdles waiting on this section of the course. Good run though on the level before they get to the first of them. And it is I've Done It All who has the advantage, and it's quickly opened up by 2 to 3 lengths over Hollow Spark and Ballerina Boxer.
Little bit on
Wee
Spyfall.
Jerry is next. Callaroon's on the inside with Fox Leicester and Port Arlington travelling strongly, is making up a couple of positions as they take off at number 2. Leader safely out over it. Grisabella still the back marker. Last but 1 is Spyfall. Bellamy going last but 2. Quickly on towards number 3. I've Done It All steadied into it. Lost a couple of
Let's
lengths
just see if we can get a
but still
small
emerges
back to
from
lay
that
on this
third
one.
flight with the lead over Hollow Spark and Boxer Ballerina. On the outside, Fox Leicester is next, racing just on the outside of Wee Jerry. Port Arlington is one off the rail with Callaroon on the inside of this one. They're being followed by Late Vocation, who's racing keenly, green sleeves and an orange jacket. The Mean on the inside of this one. Bella Be Good out wide with Grisabella. Callaroon down the inside. Silk at the rear of the field with Up and Out last but 1. So into the home straight they race, heading on their way towards number 4. I've Done It All with the advantage over Ballerina Boxer. Hollow Spark and Fox Leicester 3 and 4 in behind these as they go out over flight number 4. Callaroon on the inside of Port Arlington. Wee Jerry travelling strongly just behind Fox Leicester as they go out over the middle one in the home straight number 5. Late Vocation is next with Bella Be Good from Nemean, who's next in the yellow sleeves. Up and Out in the inner in the purple colours from Spyfall and Grisabella. Heading on their way towards number 6. And I've Done It All just drifting towards the outer. Still has the advantage of a tightly grouped field. Nemean driven away from it. Reminders for Spyfall at the back of the field as I've Done It All has the advantage in Shane Fenlon over Ballerina Boxer and Ben Harvey. Hollow Spark and Kieran Callahan's in the 3rd spot from Fox Leicester and Owen Walsh. Port Arlington and Callaroon are the next pair.
Might be a waste of
Racing in
£2,
front of
but
Wee Jerry as they go
let's see.
over the 5th last. On the outside of Wee Jerry is Bella Be Good, travel strongly in yellow colours. After these races, Late Vocation
Favourite
has
strong,
got Up
that's
and
the problem.
Out on the inside. Grisabella's next on the back pair, still driven along are Nemean and Spyfall. But the 13 runners are very tightly clustered. 8 lengths would cover them as they race directly across from the winning post.
One of these
Heading on
matched.
their way towards the
That's all we're
4th
looking for,
last
really.
of Division 2 is Wexford Heritage
It's
Trails
not looking like it's
handicap
being
hurdle.
Nemean.
And I've Done It All, joined by Ballerina Boxer on the outside. Pair match strides, they went out over it. Being followed by Hollow Spark, Fox Leicester, Port Arlington between runners. On the inside is Callaroon as they go out over the 3rd last. Wee Jerry is next from Up and Out. Wider on the course to Bella Be Good. Grisabella is next in the field. Still at the back is
Well, it's going to be one of
Spyfall
these
as
two.
they turn
If we
left-handed out of the
we
back
get anything
straight,
here.
heading into the
Bit
dip race
optimistic,
inside the
little
final
tickle.
3 furlongs. And it's Ballerina Boxer and
Where's
Ben
Grisabella
Harvey,
then?
the yellow colours. Under pressure, Hollow Spark on the inside.
It's that
Fox
5th.
Leicester goes well. Bella Be Good. Grisabella in the green jacket
Ah,
makes
there you
good
go.
ground from off the pace. After these is Callaroon and Port Arlington. But it's Grisabella has made strong progress now to strike the front going towards the 2nd last. Wasn't put perfect, but emerges from that penultimate flight with the advantage. Goes on now by a couple of lengths over Fox
1.13.
Leicester. Bella Be Good, the one that stays on in the 2nd position. When it's Grisabella with the advantage. Bella Be Good within 2.5
Well, it was
lengths.
low
But
risk.
Grisabella
Low risk,
and Paddy and Shark
low
Hamlin
reward.
takes Division 2 of the Wexford Heritage Trails handicap hurdle. Grisabella beats Bella Be Good, Fox Leicester and Ballerina Boxer.
Okay. Tops apart. We're now 5 minutes from Newbury, 2 miler. I'll be back. Just pause the video. So what we're looking at here. Just move this out of the way. Crafty Moles, rank 1. Just going to see if it takes favouritism here. Surrey Bell has the pace. I can't really see outside the top 4, maybe Robusto. So I'm just going to sit and watch for a minute. Possibly a lay on Warmonger. And Surrey Bell, pace, Road to Wembley. Might leave it. Let's have a look. Seeing what these two do.
Couple of minutes left for a bet on our 7:45. The runners are at the post. Right, Drizzle threatening to fall again. Warmonger's a nice looking horse, rather typical of the big time. Sir Mark Prescott gradually squeezes the lemon until the last drops are out. I think we've got a fair bit of squeezing potentially still to do. Odds on favourite when scoring at Lingfield off a mark of 62, 67 here. So big long striding horse who is still relatively unexposed at extended distances. Had the one start at 2 miles, one at 1 mile 6 at Yarmouth.
It's 2 mile as well. So if I was looking here, I'd be looking to do a later back on the top 2.
Starting out off a mark of 50 when he won at Wetherby, and moving right the way through to the current mark today of 73, and has amassed 4 victories along the way. So the Crafty Mole, one of the first to go forward, along with Warmonger. Market leaders are the first 2 into the stalls. Warmonger in the orange colours. The Crafty Mole heading forward. Just going forward on the right-hand side, yellow and blue checks. That's the colour change.
Yeah.
Kitty Foyle now wearing the Daisy Hitchens colours.
I'm going to try this.
In goes Ragacina. Ragacina's gone forward, about to be joined by Simian. Surrey Bell waiting patiently, along with Road to Wembley. Robusto's yet to go forward, along with State of Bliss. And Wilderness in the noseband, who has attracted support late on at biggish prices. State of Bliss waiting with Road to Wembley. Wilderness is just broadside on as well. Outside stall will be filled by State of Bliss. Wilderness moving in as well. Our long distance race of the night, 2 miles for the Get Best Odds guaranteed at Bet Victor Handicap. They all leave the stalls. Crafty Mole not the best away. Slowest away was Ragacina. Pushed forward was Warmonger to gather stride, and wider out State of Bliss in the red sleeves. The colour change, Kitty Foyle in blue and yellow checks, and now Surrey Bell. Underneath all of them moves forward to take the lead. Wilderness pushed up on the inside in the noseband as a couple just been held wide here, notably State of Bliss. On the outside of Wilderness in the red colours is Road to Wembley. So settling down, it's Surrey Bell in the yellow and blue colours who leads the orange and white of Warmonger as they turn away. Pushing on but 3 wide is Kitty Foyle in that colour change, blue and yellow checks ahead of Wilderness, who's in 4th, and Road to Wembley is 5th as they've now found a racing order. Simian and Robusto are the next 2 with the Crafty Mole as they make their journey into the back straight. Lead State of Bliss out there. Robusto's actually right at the back of the field on the outside of Ragacina, and they trail the field by round about 3 lengths as they make their way down the back straight. Surrey Bell has the lead. Kitty Foyle on the outside of Warmonger. Simian's moved up on the inner. State of Bliss on the outer, with Road to Wembley and Wilderness in that little cluster. A length to the Crafty Mole, and the back 2 remain Robusto.
So people ask why these figures. There's no real reason. I do look at the in-play lows for these sort of races.
Final 9 furlongs, approaching the halfway stage. Out in the lead, Surrey Bell under Rob Hornby. In second place, Simian has pushed up to dispute that position with Kitty Foyle and has relegated Warmonger to be in 4th place. Wilderness yellow colours with the noseband on the inside of Road to Wembley. State of Bliss red sleeve jacket towards the outside. The Crafty Mole in green and beige a couple behind, and they include Robusto and Ragacina. as they turn out at the back straight. So we're past halfway, 7 furlongs to travel from this point. Surrey Bell out in the lead with Kitty Foyle and Simeon disputing second place. Warmonger just pushed along on the outside of Wilderness, then Road to Wembley, State of Bliss, the Crafty Mole, and the last two remain Ragosina and Robusto as they move down the side of the racecourse. So heading towards the final 5 furlongs here, Surrey Bell
So
out
we
in
could take
front,
off £3
largely unpestered,
here.
leads by Kitty Foyle by a length.
Warmonger's
In third is Simeon, Warmonger fourth, Wilderness is
blown
pushed
out.
along in
It's
fifth
the
place.
Crafty Mole,
In sixth
which is
place
the
is Road
rest.
to Wembley, the Crafty Mole is on the move into
Yeah.
7th place, and then behind these we have
We need to get him
State of
beat.
Bliss, Ragosina and Robusto just a little bit tangled up at the back of the pack at the moment as they turn in. Surrey Bell still out in the lead. Kitty Foyle is second.
Oh, sorry.
Warmonger makes good ground now in the orange colours past Simeon, who's under pressure. Road to Wembley is another who's improving, as is the Crafty Mole, as some of the big guns get into line. Robusto
Need
also
Surrey.
staying on with
Surrey to get
Ragosina
matched here.
from well back. Right hand
No.
side, Surrey Bell still has the lead. Kitty Foyle still closest.
Surrey Bell's blown
Warmonger
out.
in third. The Crafty Mole on the outside of the
Warmonger's come
Road
back.
to Wembley. Then Robusto with the white sleeves. He continues to stay on. It's Warmonger who's gone to
Yeah.
the front. From Marco Gianni with 2 furlongs to travel. Kitty Foyle battling on. Surrey Bell, Road to Wembley, the Crafty
Go on,
Mole,
Road to Wembley.
Robusto and Ragosina, but it's Warmonger who still leads by
Yeah.
over a length. Still a furlong and a half to go. Hasn't quite seen off the challengers.
So that
Road
we
to
got a
Wembley
match
in
there.
second.
Road to
Kitty
Wembley,
Foyle,
but
Surrey
so we're
Bell,
going to turn
and
at a
then the
small
Crafty
profit.
Mole. Warmonger keeping up the gallop at the moment. It's still a length clear.
See the
But Kitty
volatility
Foyle
in the
and Road to
last
Wembley, but it's Warmonger back
last
to back
furlong and a
victories,
half.
wins for Marco Gianni.
Quite often will get you a match or at least
Road to
one.
Wembley second, Kitty Foyle
Could have
third.
staked it differently,
Robusto
but
ran on to finish
these were
fourth
cover
place.
bets, so it's a nice bit of backup, really. Let's have a look at the 750 at Leopardstown. We've got a few seconds. And I'm not really keen on doing these 5 runner races. Also, why I don't really like doing the weekends. I wouldn't sit in advance if I had a bit more time and just do a couple of tracks or meetings. So it's an unclassified race, this one. I've got a bit of a delay here, so that's, I can't see past this favourite. Can't see past it.
Come onto the scene and begin the running repairs for Blackpool.
Blackpool, rank 1,
Standing nice and
pace.
quietly. Not something you see every
I
day.
was going to say, don't say it, don't say it. We said earlier that it
Yeah.
was suspicious.
It's odds on as well. I'm going to pass on that one. Move to the next.
That went away, and hopefully this farrier will have no problems with Blackpool.
10 minutes to the off here, so if there's anything, I'll pick it up. Back in the black, heading towards doubling our money, or doubling our bank in 3 days, so that'd be a nice target. But problem with setting targets is you're chasing, so it would be a nice way to leave it for the day, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get on all of these or even review, but I'll pause the video, see where we are in a few minutes, see if there's anything at Yarmouth. Is the 8 o'clock at Yarmouth. The rankings, Bailey's Kelster, who was the favourite, he's now drifted out to 3rd, and I quite like the look of him, but we've got, well, he's joint 2nd, and it could be that he goes back to favourite again, so I'm just keeping an eye on what's happening here, why he's drifted. He's gone 2nd. I mean, I can't see outside of the top 5. Obviously, the odds are staying the same, but we make this work. Let's see how the loading goes.
We are now loading up, so we're getting closer to a start. Waiting for all right sunshine here, and the Sylvester to go in.
It's quite a risk.
Last couple. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, waiting for the Yorkshire runner, Flickering Halo. Is the only one we're waiting for now. All right, sunshine.
Story Horse is the pace.
On the handlers, but appears to be okay. So the last one coming in now, the white and grey, is Flickering Halo to complete the line. For race 6, we're ready, and they're off. A bit slow, leaving the stalls was expressionless. It's going to be held up anyway. Also, Waran is going to be ridden with a lot of restraint at the back of the field as they race up past the stands in the Streamall Racing 3 at tote.co.uk. Racing League Race 6, a handicap over a mile and 3/4, our longest race of the evening. The first to show is going to be All Right Sunshine, the hands of Sylvester de Souza, representing London the South in the purple colours. Needs a length clear to in second place. Story Horse, the yellow cap for Callum Shepherd in the east. Racing in third on the inside is Boldly for Ireland in the green colours for Billy Lochnan, looking for a double. Behind those racing on the...
We've got 5 minutes to Wexford, 4 minutes. I'll have a look at this and pop the video back on. We're at 1.5 hours already.
The rest of them, I thought
It's a low standard. This Drumley Myth is ranked 1 RBD. There's a lot of novices in this, not run before. Bear with me. Just turn the volume down. That would be what I'd go with. Favourite odds on though. It's a risk, £2.50. Yeah, I'm going to leave this one. I'll do Nilafar, the favourite here. Is rank 1. Highest pace. There's not a lot of pace in this race. 1 mile 2. But if I was to back these top 4, I'd be putting 60 quid down just to win 9. So that's not an option. And I'm just wondering whether we can get something on one of these outsiders. Not really. Can we do something here and maybe do an in-play on Nilafar? They've not loaded up yet. That last race at Wexford, by the way, the odds on got overturned, and the first 2 are the ones that I had highlighted. I didn't go through my my intentions. I do like the look of this Nilafar. Can we do engineer something? Obviously, the record in terms of in-play odds. Back to 5 ticks. 8 races before.
First one in was Nilafar, who's gone in to be joined by Beach Point, 2 of those horses that are very prominent in the betting market.
Miners looking, which might pose Nilafar for the favouritism there. I think it's definitely a top 4 race. I know it's stating the obvious. I'm just wondering if we can get anything in running on one of these outsiders. No, I'm passing this one as well. I think I'm going to take a look at Leopardstown. Hold fire.
And from the stalls, out well towards the inside, Dilafar is one of the first to show in company with Beach Point. More director is wider out, and Minor in red and green. They are the front wave.
Yeah, there's nothing for me in that one, I don't think. Move on. And it's not all about playing every race. There's absolutely no reason to do that. And I think if you're playing for the sake of playing, that's where your bank suffers. I can probably be accused of overplaying even today. There's stuff through other commitments meant I've had to miss some of the early evening trading, but in the afternoon I was probably forcing things that weren't there. So let's see if in one of these last 3 we can increase the pot. I'll be back just before the off. Okay, skip the 8:20, but I'm looking at the 8:30 at Yarmouth, penultimate. We've got 3 minutes to the off. Believe in the Stars is rank 1 and one of the top pace, along with Mythical Guest and Quital. So just need to work out what we're going to do here, because there is 12 runners and it's very competitive. Not a lot from favourite through to outsider. This is Racing League again. Nonsense.
Done well in the past at Racing League. Aidan McGuinness, Adam Caffrey taking £3. 4 is Flying Frontier for James Tate for Yorkshire. And Joanna Mason, number 5, King Lear for Ireland. George Bowie, Billy Locknab is in the green. 6, Anderleaf is in purple for Sylvester de Souza, London for the South, and the Couglers. 7, Mythical Guest for the East. George Marcusson, Callum Shepherd. He's playing the Joker here. 8 is Half Secret, Ushinor, Richard Fahy. The North, black with the grey cap. 9, Rathgar for London for the South. Jack Shannon and David Probert. 10 is
1 mile 2. Looks like we might have almost a 4-way. I've got a bit of drift there.
9 to 2 mid-air, 6 to 1. Mythical Guest. 13 to 2. Believe in Stars. Flying Frontier at 13 to 2. King Lear at 7s. Have Secret at 9s and 12 to 1. Barlow at start.
Wow. go down with the sound here. I might put some more on in play here. I'm just going to get these offset. King Lear. What's going on with this sound? Oh, that's Betfair issues, I think. There you go, sort itself out. King Lear is the risk. Got two battling here. If we can get Have Secret, get down below. Yeah, Have Secret didn't quite take his bet there, did he? No, that was so close. Have Secret 142. He must have touched. Must have touched. Let's just check. Well, it's green anyway, so we can't grumble. Have Secret, what did he drop to and run in there? Must have been close to that. Have Secret 164. Oh, not far off. Right, 11 minutes till the finale at Newbury. We'll be back. Okay, looking at the last here at Newbury, I quite like the look of Capstan as the pace angle. So he's quite a wild outsider, but I'm keeping an eye on him. The rank one is Goblet of Fire, which is the favourite. But in an 11 runner handicap, it's difficult to back at threes. So I'll bring the pictures up in a minute, but I just want to say on this video, we've almost doubled our bank. We'll see what happens in this last race, but I'm not going to go crazy. In 3 days, trading using data, there's been a couple of mistakes in there. So part of the reason I do the video is so I can review what I've done and why I've done it and whether I should have done anything different. Obviously, with hindsight, it's really easy to go back and see what you've done wrong. It's not easy making money on trading platforms, Betfair, and anybody who does it without data, I bow down to them because I really do not know how they do it. You know, if they're looking at form and how horses sweating and those sorts of things. I mean, form is data anyway. But yeah, this has all been done solely data driven. I don't have any insider knowledge. I don't really know much about the horse apart from what the data tells me. I don't know where it's come from, distance traveled. Don't really pay any attention to the weather conditions or any of those factors. So this is purely data driven trading. And we're on our last race of the day. So 3 days. I've not, I unfortunately never get, I mean, the 3 days I've had, that is rare. So I'm hoping I can finish with a nice one here, but it's a difficult race to try and judge. But I'm just going to keep an eye. Capstan, I could just waste money on that, but I think it will drop in running. It's actually now the rank outsider. Goblet of Fire does look strong. Said rank 1, just ahead of Capstan, incidentally. So I'm surprised he's that high, but I'm not sure how I can make this work. I could put 25p on. What does that return? 17. Well, let's do it. And then if it gets down here, we will. Yeah, so that's the reason he's as long as he is the conditions. And again, yeah. Okay. Oh, well, we'll get our money back anyway. But he's not looking happy, is he? So I'm just going to hold fire on doing anything else until this is sorted. If it's a declared non-runner, any stakes you put down will be refunded, and anything you subsequently put on afterwards is just a waste of time because none of those bets will count, and anything on any of the others will get adjusted the rule 4, although he's a rank outsider, so it's not going to impact the market too much. It looks like he's not having any of it. One more 4. We've had the first 3 races at Newbury won by the outsider. One of them was 28-1. The last 2 have been won by the favourite. So any type of racing, 50% of races are thereabouts are won by the favourite. So 6 runner meeting, you'd expect 3 faves. So there you go. Commentator the same. I'd like to get on Goblet of Fire here. If it goes to 10 runners, I might try and make something work. It doesn't look strong.
purple hat. Forward goes squeeze box. Dundori in the outside stall. Luna Shadow moving in as well.
It'd be a later back, I think, if I was going to do it
Many
on.
more to go here. Ruby is one of those, along with Goblet of Fire and also Trojan Truth. They may well be the last trio here.
Do like Luna Show as well.
Goblet of Fire heading in.
Let's do it.
Last two to go forward here are Ruby and Trojan Truth. Ruby to the outside stall in stall 12. And the last one is Trojan Truth. Thanks, Michael. Set for the last. So all set.
It's a risk, but let's
They're off.
take a risk.
Manor Park a little slow out. Trojan Truth just roused into gather stride rather more easily. Like to Eleanor Cross moving between horses. Hill Station was just grabbing hold of the noseband in squeeze box. Doesn't want to press on early. Couple of rider out to switch on and through his rider. Starting across to see where he can slot in, but the early pace is not strong. It's being set by Hill Station with the low head carriage under Kieran Schumann on the outside. The red, white, and
So if we can get Goblet of Fire matched, all turned over, it's happy days. So a drift and a wind's fine, but he's actually running quite nicely.
Went back from that wide out draw and shares last place with Dundori with Luna Shadow just in front of them. Visually looks as they've gone pretty steady to halfway with Hill Station out in the lead. Switchell now pressing on to avoid covering ground round the turn. On the running round we have squeeze boxes on the inside of Trojan Truth and Eleanor
I didn't hear if Capstan actually.
Rewind in the blue with the
I don't think he's in there, is he?
of Luna Shadow and Manor Park. And Ruby continues to watch on from the rear in company with Dundori. A steadily run race and a compacted field as Hill Station slow in front, kissing his knees by a length or so from in second Switchell. In third on the inside is squeeze box of Trojan Truth with on the wide outside Eleanor Cross. Goblet of Fire 3 deep on the outer of Manor Park is on the running rail. And Luna Shadow between the pair, then Ruby and Dundori as they're entering the final 4.5 furlongs. It's Hill Station.
Where's Goblet?
Lead the turn for home. Switchell in
Is that
second.
on the outside here?
On the outside of squeeze box, then Eleanor Cross, Manor Park.
Get him up to 7th. It's going to be towards the end if he does. He's looking good now, look. Got it. Wow. Jeez. Get in. That was a nice battle. Did we get Luna? Yes. Luna got matched as well, I think. Yeah. Wow. One's won that through B, I think. 650. Didn't see that coming. I thought Goblet was once he got the afterburners on the outside, I couldn't see him getting done. But the two bets on Luna and Switchell were the ones that were the key there. And we'll get a bit of refund off Capstan. But yeah, the match on Luna was good. What did Luna trade down to? Just have a look. Luna 1.6. So if I've gone 1.5, 1.4, what should I've been doing? It's still not settled, but it doesn't really matter. We could just close out. Cool. Well, that's us doubled the bank 3 days. Just using data. Like I said, sometimes that opportunity presents itself just before the off. it's really difficult to talk through what I'm looking at because things are moving so quickly, the pattern, and I've got an idea in my head a couple of minutes before the off, but then you're looking at the pictures and listening, watching what the market's doing, and all of those factors help decide. But essentially, the spreadsheet and the database are what's driving my selections. So if you've not already got involved, this is the website you need. Boom. Bring it over. Racing bet data, data dashboard, pre-race download files. Some people use the results and odds. They update hourly. Useful for looking at in-flight prices. So it was updated last at 8. But essentially for me, it's the data dashboard, the pre-race download. Those are the staple parts of my decision making. Yeah, and for 3 days, part days, not full days, 3 part days, £100 profit, double the bank. Can't really grumble, can you? Not everybody shows you things like this. Like I said, be careful, because people that just show the odd screenshot or they'll post one race for the day. It's easy for me just to pick one of these and hide all the ones that lost. You know, they're only kidding themselves. This is nearly 2 hours now, so it's I commend anybody that's watched all of this and all of the 2 previous. But if you have, I really hope you've learned something from it, found it educational. Please continue to support us, subscribing, both to YouTube, which is free obviously, and through advanced memberships on the website. And we'll continue to make the data more efficient, more effective, faster, and how you wanted to see it and display it, and ultimately allow me to do more videos. So thank you for your support. It's 9 p.m. I've been up for best part of 17 hours, so it's approaching the time that I need to get. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more useful content.